What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay,
Steph.
and we are getting down to the nitty gritty. There is only a couple weeks left, and it is getting tight in some of these races around here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some massive shakeup. Like if you looked at the if you looking at the playoff bracket, like it almost looks unreal. Like teams we were like, when are they ever been good? And then teams that are like really good are just like sitting on the outside.
I thought Dallas was gonna make that comeback last Thursday, but I'm still hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen some film breakdown on how they attacked your defense, and it was one of them things where like what they did attacked a specific part of your defense, and it worked. So it's one of those things like maybe that's a good thing. You know, if y'all went out and Philly keeps doing like they're doing and sucking, you catch them. It might be a good thing Detroit did this to you preemptively because you wouldn't want this to hit you for the first time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So positives. Looking on the positives.
Philly
looks like trash. Yeah, I think the Jalen Hurts top 10 quarterback conversation is over. He's not. He's not.
Maybe they might just be tired. I mean,
2 turnovers in one play.
They had 2 long seasons.
That's a never ever. It's never happened. No player has ever turned the ball over twice. Had a interception and a fumble on the same play.
Well, because that means they fumbled too.
Congratulations.
You gotta be a first something. No, what I'm about to say is they might just be tired. These are very long stretches. I mean Kansas City.
Oh yeah, 6 and 7. They're done.
So it might all be exhausted and they need just the rest. So go ahead and just keep losing.
Yeah. I think Kansas City has to play Denver one more time.
Oh.
Yeah. I think they got 3 games. I think one of them's like really easy. I think 2 of them are easy, and then one of them's like Denver. And it's like, yeah, you got to win all those. And that's the thing. Not only do they have to win all their games, like 8 people have to lose pretty much all their games. I don't.
I mean, they're in the same boat as Dallas, so I get it. Chances are we ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, but the difference with y'all and them is y'all started bad and have been picking up. They've been getting worse as it goes.
They was bad, and then they start picking up,
and then they went worse because like what they're doing now is worse than what they look like at the beginning.
I agree.
It's terrible.
They can't do anything. Like
Mahomes is missing people.
Kelsey just dropped the ball right through. Like
Worthy, Rice, they're dropping balls left and right. Mahomes, I mean, missing people. It's over. They I don't know.
It needs a rest, guys. Like I said, go ahead. Keep losing and just.
I mean, I think people forget there was a almost 10-year period where like Brady was not in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now I don't think he missed the playoffs, but to each his own. If I'm gonna be honest, Philly looks atrocious, absolutely atrocious. That looks so. It looks like 2 years ago when they were getting lucky, they were winning games, but you were like. Yeah, when this gets tight, they're gonna lose. Yeah, and every time they played a good team in this last little stretch, they've dogged them. Because even when they beat Detroit, like 90% of their secondary was out. Like,
and they barely
beat them.
Yeah,
it was like 1 touchdown. It was like 16-9. They just their defense did, but that's like their defense did better than Dallas. But yeah, we know their defense is better than Dallas.
That's a good defense. Yeah,
your offense is so bad. The Chargers had like 4 or 5 turnovers themselves. They played terribly. It was not a good game. He broke his hand. It was constantly like you could just see the like
got hit,
and you still couldn't beat him. That was the worst performance the Chargers could have possibly given y'all, and you still couldn't beat them. They need to. That's over. That is a finished product out there. Like they might get lucky enough that their fall apart happened late enough that they might not miss the playoffs, but they're not going anywhere. They're getting blasted in the first round. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that Chiefs dynasty over there is pretty dead too.
I mean, so you thinking like the Steelers? Because you was talking about how like the Steelers are 7-6. And the Bucks are 7-6, and the only reason they're in the playoffs right now
because they're in crap divisions.
Like their divisions are terrible. Like,
if their divisions weren't trash, they wouldn't even be in the playoffs. And like I give Bucks leeway, which we'll get into that later because they're the Thursday game, so we're going to be covering that. They've had every receiver in their book getting injured, and even when they scraped off the practice squad and put it back together, those dudes started getting injured. it's hard to win when all your offensive weapons get hurt. Trust me. But yeah, I do. The people that argue about like maybe we should move away from the divisional stuff, I can see why it's a valid argument. I don't see how you make it work. But if I was the Texans, if I was the Bills, the Chargers, the Seahawks at 10-3, I have a better record than everybody but the Rams, and I'm not technically. I'm a wild card. That's crazy. And the Rams are in my division, so that's the only reason. Because I'm in one of the best division, probably the best division in football.
Yeah.
The Niners, Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals. Because the Cardinals being their... Think about that. If you take the Cardinals, which are obviously the bottom of their division, and put them up against the bottom of every other division, the Cardinals win most of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to beat the best teams in those divisions. But if you put them up against the bad divisions, or the bad teams, they're beating the Dolphins. They're beating the Jets.
That's how we used to be.
Yeah. And you're almost penalizing teams for being in a harder division.
I get why they.
There's times New England would not be where they were if it wasn't for the fact that it was the Jets and the Bills were trash.
Yeah, I mean, I get why they do it though. It's to keep the games exciting, to make them worth something and mean something.
Divisional games matter
because you got to be. If you win the division, you're automatically
Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Cleveland and Baltimore. It matters because if you lose, that could screw up a lot.
Yeah.
Texans and Colts. Why should that matter more? Like, well,
I think that's why they opened 3 wild card spots. So
that teams like that wouldn't get screwed. But
teams still make
then you still got the Lions and the Colts that are technically out of the playoffs. But if you want that,
then you got to be the best. I mean, you trying to get to a Super Bowl, you got to be all.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You know, you got to beat the best anyway if you're gonna make it to the Super Bowl. So you might as well start in your own division.
Yeah, can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. But well, I guess the big news that everybody is talking about
this is crazy.
Is we have the first grandfather NFL player. And you would like it to be a thing where like he had a kid at 16 and the kid had a thing at 16. Well, not, but it sounds almost more believable. I got what you're saying. That's what it sounds more believable.
I get you.
If it's like
he did start early though.
Yeah, like early 20s.
Yeah.
And then she's like early 20s. And so it's like, you a real life grandfather, dude. This is not like young kids having young kids. You a grandpa.
He my age, so we need to bring that down.
Okay, well, we know in the NFL it's
okay, I'm just saying you getting a little too, yeah.
But Phillip Rivers going to the Colts. Well, I guess back to the Colts because I think he had been there a couple years.
He ended there, yeah.
I don't even. This is going to be the greatest thing ever,
or just
one way or the other.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I get it.
Because it's either going to be Old Man Rivers and his name was Old Man Rivers. Old Man Rivers in the Bearstein Colts. Or it's going to be like Iron Hercules Rivers and the reinvigorated Colts.
Maybe Romo will come back now, right?
Brady. They said there's a helmet somewhere talking to Brady like the Green Goblin mask.
He can do it.
He can do it. You know you can. Put the helmets back on. Romo, Roethlisberger, they're all sitting there like,
oh yeah, I'm stupid. I'm thinking Rodgers. Yeah, let's throw all old boys back in.
It would be crazy though. Like this is a really talented Colts team. They best running back in the league, one of the best tight ends in the league, one of the best O lines. Receivers are good. Defense is crazy. If he won a Super Bowl, that would be dope. That'd be wild for him, and it would solidify.
Super Bowl,
it would solidify. Well, yes. Again, I'm weighing all the options.
That's
he could go out there Sunday, get hit once, and break every bone in his body. He's 40-something years old.
Yeah.
He can lose both knees and both shoulders in one hit.
That's crazy, though.
You're talking about a great team. And the construct has already been said, I can't move. And the funny thing, I couldn't move for 16 years of my career. I'm not a mobile quarterback.
They said they had to take him out of, oh my God, what's it called?
The Hall of Fame, because he was the semifinalist.
I don't understand that anyway.
Well, Romo retired later.
No, Romo retired before.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Huh. That's a little wild.
And if Eli doesn't get it, then Rivers 100% should not get it.
Eli definitely outperformed him in every way.
He has 2 Super Bowls. He's MVP for 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I don't understand the hate of.
And the numbers for the playoff runs are absolutely incredible.
They have their own ESPN. I don't understand.
They said he was a coattail riding because of his brother. This is where I'm talking about because I feel I've said the same thing about Shador.
But he got his 2 rings first.
Yeah. Well, I've said the same thing with Shador. Like, oh, there's a bunch of opportunity that wouldn't happen if his last name wasn't Sanders. Give you that. If his last name wasn't Manning, would have been opportunities probably. He probably wouldn't have got away with the trade.
I mean, we can say the same thing.
But hold on.
They already knew
because
who
of
his
Arch.
father was.
But you know, while at the same time, like, yes, I give you like the trade. He probably wouldn't have gotten away with the trade if he wasn't a Manning. There was some people talking power.
That's still more, I think, because of his father, though.
There's no way in hell if his last name isn't Manning that they're not judging him differently.
Yeah.
They want, well, you don't play like your brother, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't. Like,
no, but I got 2 Super Bowls and have 2 of the best Super Bowl runs ever.
I'm more mobile. Like,
yeah. I'm tougher. I never miss it. I had other aspects.
Yeah, like he's never missed it. Yeah. So it's crazy.
That's what that is. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
I've never understood the way they treat Eli. But anyway, Rivers used to goof like Romo used to goof.
Oh God, yes, then playoff screw ups and then trying to get into the playoff screw ups.
He just fumbled. Like all they had to do was nail the ball out. And he closed like stuff like that. I heard Romo had done that, and he would like the Seattle game was bad enough. They left the baby on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry, but they always kind of like.
There's certain players and certain teams and certain where you can preemptively see it doesn't matter what they do, they still kind of like I don't like that guy. I don't like him. I don't like him.
So even when he was better, he was better after the Giants.
Oh God, yes.
Like
it didn't matter because he didn't win any rings.
That was
because the Chargers are crap. As we see now, still.
But he said that his younger kids are excited because they've never seen him play. They don't remember seeing him play.
They don't consciously remember seeing him play.
So they're like really excited. But I just
44 coming back after 5 years old.
Everything is still wet, but I'm sure he still works out. I'm sure he's still physical. I mean, they
asked him how much he weighed, and he said, "I don't know."
Oh my God. Because it's not like Terrell Owens, he always like, I jump out right now. You know, you show him and he's like.
Well, and again, unlike Terrell Owens has to go run a go route and outrun a cornerback that's 24. And Phillip Rivers just needs to be able to throw the ball. Good, I've seen some practice reps.
Aikman ain't trying to be. I've seen Aikman, even though like he probably can't scramble and stuff.
Yeah.
That arm is still insane.
I think I saw Rivers in an accuracy competition thing like last year with like some of the younger guys. I think he beat him.
Yeah.
But I've seen some throws. He looked like he got a little zip. I haven't seen him throw anything. They were maybe 5-yard passes and stuff. He had pads and stuff on.
Oh, he did?
He was at Colts practice.
Okay.
Yeah. They were only like 5-yard passes, but they looked pretty good. He got where it was.
I mean, Daniel Jones can make them look good. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Yeah, I'm sure a much smarter, functional quarterback. Oh, no, I don't know about smarter. Daniel Jones went to Duke. But we'll see how this plays out.
It's crazy. What's going on Thursday?
And that brings us to the Thursday night game of Tampa and Atlanta.
If you told me this, I think in the beginning of the season, I'd be like, I'm going to sleep. Like, this is going to be a boring game. Atlanta still doesn't really show me they're going to be a great team. Better. They're way better than I thought they were. And they have some good. They keep it moving. They don't really give up very easily, which they make for good football. And they play divisionally well. They're one of those divisions that really beats up on each other, even when they're not good. Yeah. So even when the Saints just beat Tampa. They just beat Tampa. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that. Well, we know we didn't see that coming. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be a game. No, I thought that was going to be a blowout by a lot. I'm sorry I disrespect you, Saints. But sorry, Sean. But you're better than I thought you were. I didn't think that was going to be anything. I'm not even going to lie. But the Bucs are going to should have Mike Evans. Everything is pointing that he'll be available for the game. Has he been practicing? Not a ton, but I mean, he did play most of the year. Yeah. And again, you're still kind of just plugging him in with Chris Godwin, who's been back for about 2-3 weeks. Done soon? I mean, he keep getting hurt. When last time he had a healthy year? Was he healthy last year? Relatively, I think he did have a couple games missed though, but he has started to have just a couple of misses. He's already missed the record. He's not going to be able to keep going with that streak. I don't know. I think the problem is that team looks like it's 1 year away from that run, and I think that's what's going to keep bringing him back. Because you got to think, like, if we didn't have all these wide receiver injuries, we'd have been probably a 1 seed.
we would have been, buys and stuff, this would be easier. And that's what's going to make you want to come back next year. And then, if we had, and yeah, so he has been, I could see it's been a hell of a Hall of Fame career. If he wanted to hang it up, he'd be fine. But I don't know if the love of it is going to let him. So, and he's still performing. The only reason he's not getting 1,000 this year, 1,000. The only reason he ain't getting 1,000 this year is because he missed all them games.
I mean, I love Michael Evans. Like I had him, was it 2 years ago? And
yeah.
But
now, see, the other thing about this is he doesn't have to come in and immediately be the guy. He can kind of lackadaisically work his way in because now Godwin's back and Ibuka is definitely a guy. So
I mean, him and Bake have such good chemistry together. Great chemistry. They're like so. I mean, that's one of the reasons he didn't retire earlier. Yeah. Or at least leaving. He was talking about leaving early.
Yeah.
Remember?
And then Baker, and it was like, nah, I love this kid. Yeah, I love this guy. You can't call Baker a kid, right? But God, Baker Mayfield is a veteran. We're old. Yeah. We're talking about Phillip Rivers like he's Dan Marino. Like how is
well? No.
It really makes that commercial with Jerry Rice and Dan Marino and all that. It makes it so much fun. Yeah, it makes it so much more realistic and funny. That's a good one. But yeah. I'm still taking Tampa in the game.
I got Tampa. Like
especially with Evans back.
Well, maybe though, but
yeah.
We both said.
I think they'll beat Atlanta. I think New Orleans caught them off guard. I don't think they were expecting that kind of a fight.
All right. I mean, I'm with you. I'll go Atlanta, but yeah. I don't know. I thought they was going to beat the same, and then I think these games are getting harder and harder. I feel like every week for them, but Mike might change that.
Very true.
But these games, they seem like they've been struggling.
Yeah, it's been a little tough lately for the team I had in the Super Bowl, but
I mean, they're 7-6. I mean, they're just. I mean, that's that. Who knows how that tie would have went for Dallas? So like,
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, they're down. Like, them being a bad division is the only reason they're up there. Like,
yeah,
that's all they got.
And your only hope is that luck will get you in the playoffs and you can snap back to your A game and make a push. But we'll have to see tomorrow. So I think that pretty much wraps up everything for today, considering that most of the talk this week has just been, what the hell is Rivers doing? But
crazy.
Yeah, I had to remember what happened this weekend because all everybody's talking about is Rivers.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's
gonna be fun.
That's crazy. I don't even know what, but he's not supposed to play though, right? Because they still have backups, right?
They haven't fully said. There's one guy, the kid that played this weekend, that may, but he has an injury. They don't know if he's playing or not, and he has I don't know. You
remember the year Roethlisberger had to come back in because everybody kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
And he was
barely walking in a boot.
Yeah, he still had to go back and play. We'll see. This is interesting. I mean, the Steelers might want to call.
Go ahead and get out y'all foreshadowing it. Go ahead and hit in the comments and tell us how you think the Phillip Rivers experiment is going to go in Indianapolis.
If you agree with me, put "this is crazy" in the comments.
And if you think this could be the greatest old man triumph of all time, put "Jay, you got it" in the comments. And also make sure you hit that notification bell, like the episode, share, hit us on Instagram, hit us on X, and we'll see y'all next time, all right? Peace.